My name's Emma. I'm from Burlington, Ontario, and I moved here to Kingston last year to start my Master's in History in the fall, and I've been here ever since. I went to Catholic school and I received baptism, First Communion, and Confirmation during elementary school. But growing up, we didn't go to church every Sunday. I would go to Mass sporadically, but it wasn't a regular thing, and it was only really in those times when I was struggling or facing issues. And it was at that time in my undergrad that I started praying less frequently, and then eventually I stopped praying altogether. So last fall I moved to Kingston and I moved in with my best friend. We both had this idea that we want to go to Mass together every Sunday. I don't know what it was that drew me to Mass, but I just kind of knew that I wanted to be there. And during the first week of school, we went to Mass, and after Mass, when we went to the back of the cathedral, we encountered some of the CCO missionaries. They introduced themselves to us, and we signed up and left our contact information. I actually didn't really think much of it, and I remember getting a few phone calls, and I didn't answer the first few because I didn't recognize the number. And yeah, so even during the follow-up meeting, I signed up to take the Discovery Faith Study, but I didn't know what to expect. After the first lesson, I went home and I had my Discovery book and I looked ahead at all the challenges for the coming weeks. And I saw that the challenge for week 5 was going to confession. And I remember just this feeling of dread. I remember thinking, is there a way that I could get out of this? I didn't necessarily agree with this idea of confession, because at the time I thought oh, isn't it good enough for me to just confess my sins in prayer to God? And my heart was really changed on that. I knew after lesson 5 of Discovery that confession was a concrete way for me to show that I wanted to live a Christ-centered life. So through the encouragement of my faith study leader, my friend and I went to confession together at our local church here. I remember sitting in the church looking at the confessional, and I was still really nervous then. When I went into the confessional, all those fears and all those nerves were gone. And it was at that time that I knew that that was where I was meant to be. My confession and the conversation with the priest just left me feeling such a sense of peace and such a sense of calm. I was so glad that I did it, and I was so happy. I remember thinking I didn't know why I was nervous before, and a weight was lifted off my shoulders. Going to Jesus, it was life-changing. It was through His mercy that He showed me His love. I know that I'm gonna fall and that I'm definitely not perfect and I'm still gonna make mistakes, but I know now and I trust that I can turn to Christ and that He's gonna forgive me, and I just know that I can always encounter His love and mercy there. So I wanted to share my story so that other people can encounter God's mercy as well. I think about how nervous I was and how afraid I was of going to confession, and I hope to share that with other people so that they're not afraid.